All right. Bobby and Richard, we're going to read a little book called Season of the Sandstorm. Here it is. It's a very good Mary Pope Osborne Magic Treehouse book. It's a level M, so we'll be all right. We'll be okay. I'm going to read all the chapters with you like we did last time, and we'll do little activities. Today, I'll read chapters 1 and 2, and I want you to tell me who the characters are. And I want you to talk about some of their character traits, describe them with character traits, their personality. What were they like? Okay. And then also, I might have you write down what the main problem is. Take it out. Thank you. So here we go. Chapter 1, The Golden Age. Jack put his math homework aside. He opened the drawer beside his bed and pulled out a small, handmade book. For the 100th time, he stared at the title on the cover. 10 Magic Rhymes for Annie and Jack from Teddy and Kathleen. For weeks, Jack had kept the book hidden in his drawer, wondering when he and Annie would be able to use its magic again. The book's 10 rhymes were to be used on 4 missions, and each rhyme could be used only once. Jack and Annie had already used 2 rhymes on a mission to Venice, Italy. Jack! Annie rushed into Jack's room. Her eyes were shining. Bring the book. Let's go. Where? Jack said. You know where. Come on. Annie called as she ran back downstairs. Jack quickly put Teddy and Kathleen's book into his backpack. He pulled on his jacket and took off down the stairs. Annie was waiting on the front porch. Hurry, she cried. Wait, how do you know it's there? Jack said. Because I just saw it, Annie shouted. She hurried down the porch steps and across the yard. You saw it? Actually saw it? Yelled Jack as he followed Annie through the chilling afternoon air. Yes, yes, Annie yelled. When? Shouted Jack. Just now, said Annie. I was walking home from the library and I had this feeling, so I went and looked. It's waiting for us. Jack and Annie raced into the Frog Creek woods. They ran between the budding trees, over the fresh green moss in early spring, until they came to the tallest oak. See, said Annie. Yes, breathed Jack. He stared up at the magic tree house. Its rope ladder dangled above the mossy ground. Annie started climbing up. Jack followed. When they got inside, Jack pulled off his backpack. Look, a book and a letter, Annie said. She picked up a folded letter from the floor, and Jack picked up the book, gold cover. Baghdad, Jack said. He showed the book to Annie. The title was The Golden Age of Baghdad. Golden Age, said Annie. That sounds cool. Let's go. Wait, we should read the letter first, said Jack. So this is the Golden Age of Baghdad. Okay. Right, said Annie. She folded the paper. Merlin's handwriting. She read aloud. Dear Jack and Annie of Frog Creek, your mission is to journey to Baghdad of long ago and help the Caliph spread wisdom to the world. To succeed, you must be humble and use your magic wisely. Follow these. Wait, what's a Caliph? Said Jack. What's Merlin mean? Spread wisdom to the world. That's a big responsibility. I don't know, said Annie. Let me finish. She kept reading. Follow these instructions. Ride a ship of the desert on a cold, starry night. Ride through the dust and hot morning light. Find a horse on a dome, the one who sees all, in the heart of the city, behind the third wall, beneath birds who sing, in the room of the tree. Greet a friend you once knew and knew a friend to be. Remember that life is full of surprise. Return to the treehouse before the moon rises. Merlin. This sounds pretty easy, said Annie. No, it doesn't, said Jack. All these instructions are so mysterious. We don't know what any of them mean. We'll find out when we get there, said Annie. But we first have to get there. Make a wish. Okay, said Jack. He pointed to the cover of the book. I wish we could go to the golden age of Baghdad, he said. The wind started to blow. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was still, absolutely still. All right, guys, we'll just leave it at chapter 1. I want you to follow along with me, read it a couple times, and then talk about the characters. What were they like? What were the characters like in that first chapter, right? Who were all the characters? All the characters that they mentioned, right? What do you think will happen in this next chapter? Okay? Make a prediction. All right. Tadero out.